Hi, it's Nicholas Johnson, TheGunBlog.ca. Today is August 29th, 2020. Quick update to accompany my email update that's going to all subscribers today. I got 5 themes I want to cover today. The Green Party article that I just wrote, follow up to some past emails about gun clubs and the conservatives, the fake amnesty, and the question of mindset. And I think mindset is going to be very important. So first of all, the Green Party. I wrote one of the candidates running for the leadership of the Green Party has a firearm policy, and people are going to criticize, oh, but the Greens and whatever, and what about this and what about... Yes, you could criticize it to hell. You can. All I'm saying is there's a Green Party candidate who's running for the leadership who has this policy. That's it. Read it. It's interesting. It's for once the Green Party doesn't want to criminalize us and take all our guns. Great. Okay. Point 2. I said in an email last week or the week before that there are some gun clubs who are and shops and whatever, but who are refusing to give $1 to any of the court challenges to stop the liberal criminalizations and confiscations. A bunch of people wrote to me, "Oh, I think you mean my club." The reason I wrote that, the message was that they're playing a wait and see attitude. The reason I wrote that is because I'd heard stories from so many clubs. So obviously that message resonated with people, not only around Toronto, in and around Toronto, but across the country, because a lot of people wrote to me thinking that I was talking about their club. If your club is playing wait and see, yes, I was absolutely talking about your club, but don't think that I was specifically thinking of this or that club. I'd heard that from so many people. This conversation with a particular person really crystallized what was going on. So that's what I wanted to flag. A bunch of people asked me about the Conservatives, who Aaron O'Toole just won the leadership a week ago. A bunch of people have asked me, how do you come up with the math when I say that almost no gun owners voted in the leadership? Well, the math is really simple. 175,000 people voted in the leadership. Those numbers are from the Conservative Party. We know there are 2.2 million PAL holders. And 4-ish million gun owners with and without PALs, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. I've seen all sorts of estimates. Let's call it 4. So 175,000 people voted in the leadership, in the Conservative leadership, out of 2.2 million PAL holders. That means more than 9 out of 10 PAL holders didn't participate in the Conservative leadership. If you go use the number 4 million, that means more than 96% of gun owners didn't participate in the Conservative leadership. Okay, that's so simple math. 175,000 people voted out of millions of PAL holders or owners. Okay. Next point, the amnesty. A reader wrote in to me a long time ago, but I finally got to the email this week about the amnesty. What the Liberals are calling an amnesty is not an amnesty. Similar to the buyback, right? It's not a buyback because they're not buying anything back, so stop using the phrase buyback. It's not grandfathering, because they're not grandfathering. Grandfathering is when your existing rights or privileges are continued into the future. We don't have grandfathering, so don't call it grandfathering. It's also not an amnesty. And I had fallen for the Liberal doublespeak. I had been calling it an amnesty. The shotguns and rifles that are targeted by the May 1st Order in Council, if you buy one, you go to jail. If you sell one, you go to jail. If you transport one, you go to jail. If you use one, you go to jail. Going to jail is not an amnesty. The amnesty covers a tiny, tiny, tiny little sliver of possibility, which is keeping it locked in your safe at home. Okay, so it's not an amnesty. It's fake buyback. It's fake grandfathering. It's fake amnesty. Don't use the Liberal language, and I'm saying that to myself too. I know I fell for it. I've been calling it an amnesty. A reader wrote in today and asked me about the prospects of the court challenges. There's 6 federal court challenges, 1 in provincial court, but there's others in the works possibly. Personally, my personal opinion, I don't think the solution is in the courts. I don't think the solution is in the House of Commons. The solution to this fight is in our mindset, is in our attitudes. People who intend to surrender their liberties, or surrender their firearms, or surrender anything. People who intend to surrender anything have a losing mindset. So what's the alternative? A winning mindset. A winning mindset would be something like, and you got to get the words right? There's different ways to phrase it. The way my mind works with the way I process information, I try different formulas, different things till I get it. One of the ones I'm playing with, for example, is I will protect my liberty and my property. Maybe something else. I'm keeping my guns. Something else. I refuse to be an election gimmick to help the Liberals get reelected. Okay? I prefer to focus on what I want versus what I refuse, just psychologically, but play with different wordings to see what motivates you. The point is to get out of the mindset of how long do we get to keep our guns? When do we have to surrender them? No. We're keeping our guns. We're keeping our liberties. We are not surrendering to the liberal lies. They are not going to use us to win the next election. They are never going to use us to win an election. So what happens when you have that mindset? I can't say it's true and what if this and what if that. Don't go there. The point is, what we're trying to do is get a mindset that is powerful, that restores choice. And another part of my mindset is whatever happens, I don't know how this is going to shake out. I don't have predictive ability. I'm not God. However this shakes out, I will make it work. I don't know what that means. Does that mean staying in Canada? Does that mean moving to another country? Does that mean becoming a Second Amendment refugee in the United States? Does that mean something else? There's a millions of possibilities with how this goes. I am not surrendering any liberties or property. Whatever happens, I will make it work. The other thing that's really important here, we might win this one, but that's not enough because then there's going to be the next one. If we don't have a major change in mindset, culture, politics, society, blah, 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 they're going to keep coming after us. They've been coming after us for decades. They're going to keep coming after us. Okay? That's what I wanted to say on that. And I think that's all I wanted to say for this quick update. Probably already a too long update, but thank you very much for watching the video and for reading TheGunBlog.ca.